Alright, so today we'll be answering the question of how accurate is the op.gg MMR system. So right here I have one of my Smurf accounts pulled up right here. It's gold100LP. You can see the win rate is 66%. And the solo MMR, when we check it, says it's 1773 gold 1. Now let's see how accurate that actually is. So scrolling down, you can see my win rates haven't been that high recently. Just 60%, nothing insane, 12 wins, 8 losses. So maybe it is correct. So let's look at the first game. I played a Kha'Zix game. By the way, if you want a free low champion right now, Kha'Zix is really strong. The average MMR for this game is 1877. So let's scroll down, let's see. As you can see, everybody on my team is Plat 3. Let's look at the enemy team. Plat 3, Plat 5, Plat 3, Plat 3, Plat 2. So there's a Plat 5 and there's a Plat 2. So we could say the difference between that is about Plat 3. So this is a Plat 3 game, not a Gold 1 game. Let's go down. Average matchmaking MMR, 1878. Let's look what everyone is. Okay, so we have an Aatrox who's unranked, but if we actually look at his account, and we can see up here, he was actually Diamond 3 last season. So more than likely he is playing at about Plat 1 MMR, and he has pretty decent win rates. So we can safely say that he's about a Plat 1, maybe Plat 2 ranked player. Then Kassadin, Plat 2. Vayne, Plat 2. Nami, Plat 3. So the differential on this team, we can say, if you're not counting myself, it's about a Plat 2 game, or Plat 2 for my team. The enemy team, Plat 1 Nasus, Plat 4 Kayn, Gold 2 Ahri, Plat 2 Kai'Sa, Plat 3 Nautilus. Let's check to make sure this Ahri is not a Smurf. And 53% win rate, Gold 3 last season, so not a Smurf. Not a Smurf. So what we can say about this is, still, I'm assuming this game involved a duo queue. I'm sure Ahri was just duo queued with someone who was Plat 1 or Plat 2. Even then, you can look at this and say that it looks like at the very least you could say this is a Plat 3 game. On average, again, just like the one above, I would say this is about a Plat 3 average game, which is why we have 1878. Next game, 1845 average matchmaking MMR. See, all my teammates are Plat 3 again. Plat 5 Renekton, Plat 4 Graves, Plat 5 LeBlanc, Plat 3 Ezreal, Plat 3 Pyke. So we could say their team averages about maybe the Plat 4 MMR, and my team again is about Plat 3 MMR. So very worst case, you could say it's a Plat 4 game. Let's just say it's a Plat 4 game, assuming the best. Next game, 1910 average MMR. Rough game for me. This was a very difficult game. 2-8, very shit. You can look at my team, Plat 2, Plat 3, Plat 2, Plat 3. Enemy team, Plat 2, 2 Plat 3s, and 2 Plat 2s. So it's safe to say this is maybe a high Plat 3, low Plat 2 game. 1910 average MMR, but it's certainly not a Gold 1 game. So what does it say at the top that I have? It says that my MMR is 1773. Let's look to see if any of my games have an average MMR of even in the 1700s in the last 20 games. So 1871, 1853, 1840, 1868, 1891, 1865, 1889. And scroll down, the lowest one you can find is 1796, which is this Zen game I played. And if we actually take a look at it, it looks like there are actually more Plat 4s than there are actually Gold 1. It's about there's actually more Plat 4 players than Gold 1 players in this game. And there's one Plat 5 player. And let me check to see if this Swain is a Smurf, because if I remember. Yeah, so you can see the Swain has a 61% win rate. He's also a Smurf. So I think looking at the results, and it hasn't just been this account I've experienced this on. On my main account, I remember op.gg saying I had Diamond 4 MMR, even though my average game was just a D5 game. So I really am making this video just to tell everybody to stop using the op.gg MMR check. It is highly inaccurate. I don't know how they calculate it, if it's calculated just based off the people you're playing against, in which case, or with and against, in which case it can be skewed by duo queues, because you can have someone at a lower MMR duo queue with someone as a higher MMR, and then it averages it out. Especially if you're playing, also if you're playing during a time where the server is a little less populated, as you get into the higher elos, it's likely to be even more inaccurate. So bottom line is, don't trust the op.gg MMR.